Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to KwingsLetsPlays, and this is it. This is the final episode of the great Ace Attorney Chronicles, brought to you by Capcom, who provided a copy for review, walkthrough, and live streaming purposes, and I totally botched that. Oh well.
Yeah! Thanks again, Capcom, for providing a copy of this game. You're breathtaking, Capcom, and we're excited to see an awesome crossover of Phoenix Wright and Ryunosuke and Naruhodo.
Yep,
Next.
Phoenix Wright and Naruhodo will be appearing in this episode, but what we need to do first is we have to finish the Escapades. My gosh, I can't speak.
Yeah. Hey, great to see everyone. Hey, Islamic Bros. Hey, Humberto Cruz. Juan, David Ortega. Hello, Battle Guy Plays. Kento, Marinus the Great, Judd, Cassie Coombs, and Ichiwatsu Fanatic is here. Kylie, hello, Christina Coombs, Paratrooper Earl, and Anap Kazi is in the house. And, we have a new Ultimate member. Hey, hey everyone. A new Ultimate member, Ben. H-Y-E-Y-B-T, Ben. Hero Hype. And great to see everyone else in the chat. Princess Emmy, OHX90, Total Spies fan, Casey's World, and everyone hanging out here. We've got a whole bunch of people. Tom Howie is here. Timmy, Sailor Moon fan. Cyber. Nothing. Timmy is here. Timmy, I so strongly suggest you change your name from Sailor Moon fan, just for purposes.
Oh my gosh, super hyper. Alright, in the Bailey.
Look at my soda.
Yeah, I see that.
There's gonna be a crashing and burning soon.
Yeah, hopefully it won't happen during the Sonic stream. Alright, so anyway guys, with that out of the way, it's time to go back to Mr. Natsumes Room. In the escapade Mr. Natsumes Room, it's revealed that the Japanese scholar was once a teacher of English.
Whoa.
He has much to say on the cultural differences between Japan and Britain, as well as some Shakespearean cycling. No idea what that means. Here we go.
Hype, 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 hype!
Okay, 23rd of February, 6 p.m., Mr. Natsumes Room.
So, Mr. Natsume, are you really returning home to Japan?
Yes, indeed I am! Everything is arranged already!
Well, I'd be sad to see you go. And Dr. Bruno worked so hard to prove your innocence as well.
If you rock back and forth like that, it's going to cause your voice to move when you're speaking. So just sit still.
Rock back and forth like what?
Like this. It's weird. Just sit still. I'm going to call you ADD girl from now on.
What a shame! It feels like it was a wasted effort.
Don't say that! I know what you are suggesting! Now calm down, Mr. Natsume. It's really all fine. You're in good company here, sir. If you fear the Reaper, you needn't hide the fact. I am a proud citizen of the Empire of Japan! I'm not a scaredy cat! Talking of cats, Mr. Sholmes just casually threw one among the pigeons there. I don't really get that. A man like me belongs in Japan, not here. That is why I've come to realize. Oh, I wonder. A moustache such as yourself is eminently suited to London, I would say. There goes Mr. Sholmes throwing another cat in. The moment I arrived in this city, I noticed everyone in London laughs at me behind my back, like hyenas. Hysterical hyenas, hying horribly.
I'm sure that's not true, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, but it is. Whenever I turn around and peer down the fog-filled streets, all I see is foreigners everywhere.
Well, there's you, Bruno, and Susie and her, so there's 3 foreigners out of 5 people. I like your point.
Right. Only the other day I was taking a stroll through the fog as usual when a young man approached me from behind. He was pale and gaunt, his back arched like a cat. Observing his wretchedness moved me so deeply. I thought to myself, I am not the only one suffering in this Hades. But, do you know what? Can you imagine? It was just my own reflection in the shop window! A stunning, stinging, stupefying surprise!
That's funny.
Don't forget slap in the face.
Oh my god.
Everyone started laughing at me. Gentlemen thereabouts, ladies passing by, even the man in the shop window! Ah, yes, and a certain great detective would like to be included among the mirthful.
Wait, Shom slapped him too.
Mr. Shomes is really going for Soseki-san today.
Well, I, for one, think you're a very handsome man, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, there, did you hear that? This 10-year-old girl thinks you're handsome. Isn't that wonderful? That makes me feel suspiciously warm inside. He looks generally delighted. The point is, we Japanese are humble and modest. Studying on foreign soil, surrounded by foreign people, how could anyone possibly enjoy that? No one could! It's impossible! If you are genuine Japanese!
Yeah, I would agree with him. Like, they probably don't like standing out. I'm also the same.
If you say so, Saseki.
Actually, it would appear that there is someone. A Japanese man who studied in a foreign country and seems to have thrived on the experience.
There is? Who?
Mr. Ogai Mori. I believe he studied in Germany. One person.
Ah, Mr. Mori, please tell us more of the fellow, Susie.
Well, today he's a very successful author in Japan.
Oh, I've heard of him. He's the professor who wrote the, My Haimi, isn't he? I think.
Oh my, Hime!
I suppose in English the title would be Dancing Queen, maybe?
Like the song?
Oh, I see. A tale of a woman who walked her way through the world, perhaps.
You really needn't make up a silly translation, you know. It's already officially called the Dancing Girl in English.
Oh.
It seems Mr. Mori greatly enjoyed his time in Germany. He became very close with a local lady while he was there.
Close, you say? With a local lady? Compatriots, criminally contradictory conduct! Well, I suppose your experience of studying abroad depends to a large extent on your character.
Also, if you meet nice people or not.
Oh, as they say, many men, many minds. Who says that?
I don't know.
Ah, Mr. Mori has an open mind. Mr. Natsume has a closed one. Possibly a slightly black and white view, don't you think, Shomes?
Well, anyway...
Yes?
If that's how you feel about being abroad, why did you choose to study here?
That's a good question. Wasn't it to further our nation's understanding of the English language or something like that? Yes, that is right. So what are you doing in Japan before you came to Great Britain then? I was a school teacher of English, of course. Oh, that makes sense. What you looking for, Susie?
A bit cursory, perhaps, but I've managed to discover some information about Mr. Natsume's teaching days.
Oh, that's just a little outside the field of law, isn't it, Miss Susie?
Well, let me pose to you a question, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay.
If you had to translate the English phrase, I love you, into Japanese, what would it become?
Ski? That's easy. Suki desu.
Wrong! According to Mr. Natsume's teachings, at least.
Ski? What?
Would you like to explain, Mr. Natsume?
Yes, of course. Your research was very thorough. I always used to tell my students that we Japanese don't express ourselves that way. Rather, we might say, Suki ga kari desu ne? My dear Mr. Natsume, I must interject. Suki ga kari desu ne would translate as, the moon is beautiful, isn't it? I know that!
The point is that we Japanese are very reticent when it comes to expressing our emotions.
Yep.
We prefer to show our feelings of adoration, our Suki, by appreciating the beauty of the moon, the Tsuki.
Ah, using Suki to express Suki. It's an amusing play on words, I see. No! Oh, in our language you might understand better. Bad charms! It's not a play on words. It's subtle. It's humble. It's fleeting and beautiful. It's art. Sorry for butchering Japanese people.
Isn't it just being shy?
My dear fellow, the foreign dancing girl will forever be out of your reach with such an attitude. Oh! I imagine how the great Mr. Mori would act. He would win a lady's heart in a flash with a well-placed and unrestrained I love you.
Yeah, but he wouldn't really be...
Oh, that's smooth, Mr. Mori. I am destined to live in his shadow forever.
But he kind of would be going against his own culture to do that.
Yeah, the Japanese say I love you very sparingly, especially the men. It's a very endearing word that holds a much higher significance to be used so casually.
Yeah, so for this guy, that guy basically became like a Westerner while he was there, but I don't have any problem with Soseki staying Japanese, because that's who he is.
Just what sort of man is he, in that imagination of yours, Natsumi? The fact is, I just can't settle in this foggy London town with all these foreign inhabitants. I've lost count of the number of different lodgings I tried before I found myself here. As it happens, I even lived on Baker Street at one time.
Oh, really?
Yes. A soul scholar near me there. A man by the name of William James Craig. His knowledge of Shaw is unsurpassed. He's been a great inspiration to me over the... Forgive the interruption, but I'm supposed to be familiar with this show of which you speak. Yes, it is Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare, but in Japanese we write it as sa and o. It's a phonetic expression.
Phonetic representation.
Phonetic representation using kanji characters. So England is Igirisu. Igirisu, and America is America. Come to think of it, we use the same characters as Ri in one word and Risu in another. Talk about confusing. Oh, I'm butchering this so bad. Ah, so Shakespeare is Sa-o in Japanese. Presumably, the Sa is a brutal attempt at the first Sha, in which case there is...
Where is the Kaspir?
Kaspir. Ah!
Why are we even talking about this? Who cares?
This game was exclusively released in Japan, okay? This is just normal for them.
I've never thought of that. We only have the... no wonder they're more intelligent than us.
I know, right?
This is making me feel dumb.
Ah.
This is why I want to move to Japan and have my kids go to the school. And then they'll laugh in my face when they come home and I'll be like, wow, Mom, you were an idiot. And I'll be like, my work here is done! My children will surpass me in their intelligence! Yes! I've never thought of that. We only have the O left.
Which could even mean the most charitable interpretation would only be brutal attempt at old man. What?
It seems that whoever had the job of deciding on the characters for his name got bored very early on.
Complete kanji character catastrophe! So then, on to the burning question about me. How do you write my name?
Sholmes.
Sorry? Herlock Sholmes, my dear fellow. There must be Japanese characters for my name, like Shakespeare.
Oh dear. I'm sorry, Mr. Sholmes, but none exist that I'm aware of.
What? Am I really nothing to you, Japanese? In that case, it's a matter of paramount importance. You must construct my name in kanji at once. Oh, well, we could use a kanji that's pronounced so to start with, and then use one more to give. So, oh, perhaps? I think that would be about right, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, I didn't mean to change your name, Timmy. You can have your name as Timmy Cave, Sailor Moon fan. I was just joking. But Timmy made a fun fact about Japan. Says Japan is where Sailor Moon was created. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Timmy.
That's a fun fact, yeah.
But that's almost the same as Sao, isn't it?
Please sit still. Yes, you employed the dreaded... Oh, I don't want people to confuse me with an old man who died centuries ago. I'm sure the world's greatest literary figure would rather not be confused with you either. Oh, snap.
Oh,
wow. Well, the world's greatest detective is still youthful and full of vigor. So how about so handsome?
Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful. I'm sure everyone will be calling you that in 100 years from now when you're gone.
So handsome. Okay. How can she say that with a straight face? Also, I'm right here.
I know. No offense, but never mind.
What about me then, Iris? Perhaps, Hime, since the second character does seem to matter.
No, your name originally was Japanese. Ahime! Oh yes! Princess of Love. That's an adorable name for you, Iris.
Stop, please! With a name like that, Mr. Mori is likely to turn up at any moment and rashly declare love for you! This Mori-san has become quite a character in Soseki-san's mind, hasn't he?
I don't...
And you, Mr. Naruhodou, might I venture Koro Bozo? Bazo has a fitting name for you, as in Dark Monk?
Oh, that's very good. It describes you perfectly, Ryuno.
So you think I'll be wearing this black varsity uniform for the rest of my days, do you?
Well, I mean, you've worn it so far. But Mr. Naruhodou already has a Japanese name. I don't think he needs another one. That's true. Why would they name him something from Japan?
They're just having fun with the culture.
Well, anyway...
Dark Monk.
My name is Aruku in Japanese. It is.
I don't have a Japanese name.
I don't know how to say Ember in Japanese, but yeah.
I used to have a chop with my Chinese name on it that I got from my grandfather. I don't even remember what my name was in Chinese.
We were talking about your life here in London. Weren't we, Natsume? You should go get out and have fun.
Next time you see Anna Sensei, you should ask her what your name in Japanese would be for Amber. Maybe it's Bug. I don't know, because...
Wow.
Or Tree Sap.
Wow.
Well, it probably sounds pretty, Tree Sap. The landlady has said so much to me too, Mrs. Garadeb. But it wasn't fun at all. It was frightful.
Where's my name in Chinese? Hupose.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I'll look it up in Japanese. Let's see.
You're Susie. Susie. Susie.
Okay, fine. Whatever do you mean?
A cycle incident! An incident? On a bicycle?
There's my name.
Anba?
Anba.
Anba, okay.
Does anyone else want me to look up your name in Japanese?
Okay. An incident on a... I'm sorry. An incident on a bicycle? Oh yes, come to think of it.
Oh, Kohaku is Amber in Japanese. Thank you, Rebecca.
There's an old bicycle parked just outside, isn't there? It's in a sorry state, though. That's Natsume's bike, isn't it? I tried to say no to her, but she insisted. I took it for a ride. Perhaps my pronunciation was wrong. So I took my life in my hands and attempted to ride the steel spider-webbed stallion to a nearby park. I really don't think there's anything wrong with your pronunciation, Mr. Natsumi. Oh, whoops, sorry, that was Susie.
Oh!
Joan
That's
Garadeb,
okay.
this isn't the kind of woman to take no for an answer. If you are going to die, you might as well die in a beautiful surroundings, so the park was my first thought. Yes, after a whole day ditching with death, I emerged with only relative minor bruises. So, you got the knack of it? No, don't be silly. Dying isn't something you can learn to do. What?
Alright, I looked up Marinist is Marina, and Cassie's name in Japanese is Kiyashi. That's cute.
They're very cute.
Mr. Natsume, you keep talking about dicing with death and dying and so forth, but riding a bicycle is supposed to be fun.
Oh no, that's just what people tell you. But it's an old wives' tale. Oh?
Is it?
Yes! I mean, I just considered the real name of the vehicle. It's not called Dicycle for nothing. As anyone accepts to use an aptly named vehicle to move forward is beyond me. Pedal power promises pain.
Very cool. OH says I searched my name, which is Omar.
Very
and in
nice.
Japanese, it says Omaru.
Very cool.
So cute. Very cute, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right. What is my name in Japanese, says Christina. I'll check it out. I didn't think it was possible to get worse with practice.
I'm lucky to be alive. Although, I must say, after looking death in the eye for a whole week, I did at least manage to mount the steed reliably. And notwithstanding a few wobbles, I found I could make progress in the forward direction. Haha, what a triumph, I suppose.
Looks like Rebecca's name is actually also, they have the name Rebecca in Japan. It's the same name.
It just has K's instead of C's.
Your name is spelled Rebekka
Yeah.
in Japanese. Very cool.
Deduction is much the same. When first presented with a problem, the mental exertion of trying to solve it leads only to bitter disappointment. But, rather a week of picking one's way very carefully along the path of reasoning, and though one begins to see results. So, is that why all of your off-the-cuff deductions always seem half-baked? Oh my gosh. Remember?
Alright, Tyrus's name in Japanese is Taiya.
Okay.
Taiya. 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 There you go, Tyrus. What a wonderful insight into your extraordinary mind, Mr. Sholmes. And just so you know, I'm doing the best I can to read it.
Unfortunately, after wobbling down the street, I noticed there were little stones everywhere. Death traps! Not that way, I said to myself. But the wild vehicle wouldn't listen. It wobbled me and on down the street. So of course, I hit those deadly stones and the crazy cult threw me. Oh, it's just my luck. Dicycles are the epitome of my pitiful life. I wish I could disagree, Iris.
On the same subject, I'm sure he's a famous American author who written about such a similar experience.
Oh yes. I've read that essay too, Iris.
Some of us are better read than others. Well, no more dicycles for me. Did you read somebody else's name and then we're gonna focus on it?
Alright. Wait, I have two more people.
Anna Sensei's here. She can actually
She can actually translate back Japanese. Alright, Christina, I'll do two more. Kurisutina, I think? Kurisutina for Christina. And for Timmy, it was... Let me just see. And then Timmy, I think. Timmy.
Yep. Any other requests in the chat, you guys can ask Anna Sensei, because she's a former teacher from Japan.
Awesome.
And she is one of our ultimates and very active member and viewer on the channel. So,
Oh, wow. And Anna says her name in Japan is also Anna, and it means apricot. So cute.
Hi, Anna. Hopefully you're having a nice day today. All right, Amber, let's focus on this now.
All right, I am ready to focus, Luke.
Well, no more bicycles for me.
Oh, Mr. Natsume, at least you have an interesting anecdote to take with you back to Japan, if nothing else.
You always manage to put a positive spin on things, don't you, Miss Susie? Yes, well, personally, I haven't mounted a bicycle for some time.
No, me neither.
That's a good. So how about a jaunt? We shall all ride out together. Ha! That sounds great. I'll perch behind Miss Susie. But, the sun is going down. It will be pitch black before long.
Oh my gosh.
London street lamps are very bright, you know, and the fog isn't too thick today.
And my beloved ride is all bent out of shape. My dear fellow, if you are bound to topple the vehicle anyway, it's fitting that it's already bent out of shape.
Oh, it's settled then. Come along, Mr. Natsume. Shall we go?
No. They're all gonna go riding bikes. Now we know why he left for Japan.
He ran away.
Suki ga kari desu ne? Don't tell me that's his translation. No thank you as well. Indeed, Mr. Natsume, the moon is at its most beautiful at precisely this time in the evening. Oh.
We're not Japanese, so you can't beat around the bush with us.
What weird and wonderful world! Okay, that was a weird one. That was a weird episode. So his reason for leaving Japan or Britain, besides the Reaper, he was also didn't want to go bike riding with them. That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
Every excuse he made, they kept pushing him.
Yeah, and I don't know if my Natsume voice was always right for the role, but...
Oh, it's cute.
Episode 7 on Briar Road.
I don't like it when people are pushy, though. If he didn't want to go, then people should just read books inside with him. Because he wasn't comfortable leaving.
Yep. A chilly escapade about a chilling escape from the clutches of a Raleigh and Pat... What? Beat? Bete?
A chilling escapade about a shilling's escape from the clutches of Rolly and Pat Beat, who'd only just found it on the street.
Oh, you have better eyesight.
Gina the pickpocket is the obvious suspect, but Ryunosuke, Sholmes, and Iris happen to be passing, and the plot quickly thickens.
You know what? Any tiny print, you're hired, because I think I need to do one of those eye charts again, because I'm having trouble seeing, you know...
You haven't gotten new glasses in 10 years because you don't like them. You are...
They put puffed air in your eye!
You are Natsume!
I don't...
That is who you are!
If they wouldn't puff air in your eye, I would totally get new glasses.
These people are asking him to do a simple bike ride.
That's not simple.
And he has like... Oh my gosh, it could get dark. Oh my gosh, I might hit a rock. Oh my gosh, someone might see me. Oh my gosh, the wind might blow on me.
It's not the same.
That is exactly how I feel talking to you every day.
Nope, they've had
Nope,
they've had accidents where they put somebody's eye out with the air because people have like issues with their eye, like their eyes are too sensitive, so the puffed air like actually messes up their eye. So
why would they do that to everyone then?
I don't know. They're checking for some type of disease, but they're trying
to see.
They've
had accidents where they
yeah
mess up somebody's eye?
Yep. So that's one of the reasons why I don't get new glasses.
You should just bring... If that was me, I would print out the article where that happened and bring it into them.
I did once.
I would, because then they would be like, there's nothing wrong. And I'd be like, here it is.
This is the evidence.
Someone's eye got blown out.
Yup.
It's not happening to me.
That's right. It's not safe. So, anyway, let's start episode 7 on Briar Road. That out of the way. Never!
Oh my gosh. Pump air into your eyes, says Sons of Gaming.
Never!
Anna Sensei says, I also hate the puffed air test too.
Thank you. See? April 30th, 1220 Briar Road.
Hi, Anna. Hope you're doing great. Thanks so much for stopping by. She said, I just popped by.
That's great.
You can do it without the puff test, though. I do every time I go. The place we were in Massachusetts didn't allow us. They said you have to check every part of your eye, and if you don't, you're not allowed to get your eyes checked.
Yeah.
Maybe Pennsylvania will be more laid back.
Maybe after the pandemic I'll get him.
Yeah.
It's been...
Thanks, Anna, for making Luke feel my Mr. Natsumes.
It's actually been longer than 10 years, though.
This is the thing. I see Luke sometimes as Kazuma, extremely strong and, like, very formidable. But then, every once in a while, like, half the time I see him, he turns into Natsume. Like, he's, like, both at the same time.
Okay, they're both...
Okay.
They're both Irish.
Alright.
Constable Riley, beat reporting for duty. Thanks to good offices of Lord Van Zeeks, I'm back on me beat here in the capital, doing my best for the good citizens of London, Shah.
Oh, my Raleigh! Back at his Bobby's uniform! You couldn't look any more handsome if you tried, Raleigh!
Ah, my love, you say the sweetest things. Oh, pet!
Oh, Raleigh!
Ah, yep, they're back. They're back. To us, Lord Van Zeeks isn't a reaper of the Bailey at all.
Oh no, of course not, Raleigh. He's the patron saint of the Bobbies.
The patron saint, oh yes, Pat. So you're right, my darling. Keeping us in pocket he is. On my first day back at the job, but I did find in the gutter a shilling, my love. A whole shilling. Oh,
Raleigh, I always believed in you. I always knew that one day you'd find some big small change.
with just that shilling, I could buy you a cheap bunch of containing a single flower, my sugar.
A single flower. Oh, how romantic, Raleigh.
And just a reminder, guys, these are newlyweds, so yeah. But I'm sorry, Pat. Only moments ago, that same shilling disappeared.
Disappeared? But how? My love, how?
I think maybe, no. I'm not sure. It was the girl there. She swiped my precious shilling, didn't you? You cheeky little diver.
Blimey! You took your time getting around to me, didn't you? I thought that lovey-dovey stuff weren't never gonna end. So, a shilling, you say? Lifted from you? Worried? Dunno nothing about it. Where's the evidence, eh?
In your fingers? Right there, the evidence is dancing around on the back of your hand, young lady. You stole it from me, you lifted it from me pocket. Just now, you've got some nerve stealing from a bobby.
Cobblers! This coin's mine! How could you know, anyway? How could you know if I was taken just now, or not?
Dear me, you don't get it, do you? We've hardly got a penny to our name, so that coin felt as heavy to me as a gold bar. I'm a-telling you, the moment it left my pocket I knew. I felt myself get a good few pounds lighter.
Ah!
Yep, that coin has got my blood, sweat and tears all over it. Just give him his coin back.
What's the matter with you, Mr. Naruhodou?
Huh? Me? Sorry, I'm just in the neighborhood.
When a lady's in trouble, a cheap gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later.
Oh, this isn't my fault. I haven't stolen anything.
She wants you to come to her rescue.
And what about you, Sholmes? I thought you were supposed to be a great detective.
Oh no, Sholmes is here too. Dear me, Miss Lestrade.
Oh no.
Oh yes. You took your time getting around to me, didn't you? I thought that long dispute was never going to end. Oh, Iris too.
You only said, give us a minute when we spotted you, and that was 10 minutes ago, kidney. We've just been standing here listening to you quarrel with this Bobby.
Do beg your pardon, madam. You You shouldn't be troubling the public with police business.
Oh, but the shilling belongs to us, doesn't it, Raleigh?
Of course it does, my love. It's just because you and me, my darling.
Oh, Raleigh.
Oh, pet.
Uh,
This was supposed to be a nice stroll with Iris and Mr. Sholmes before afternoon tea, but why did we have to run into another fiasco on Briar Road? I don't really see how we could be any help, though, Gina. There's no way of knowing who the coin really belongs to if it just dropped in the gutter.
I would be so sure of that, Bruno. I wouldn't.
Huh?
I have a feeling I might know the answer to the question of whose coin it is.
Ah, my bright young fellow lodger. Let us hear your deduction, my dear.
Well, there's actually a reason why I suggest a stroll down Briar Road.
Oh, what reason is that, Iris?
You see, I was here yesterday, and well, I dropped a little something. So I wanted to come and look for it while enjoying an afternoon stroll.
Oh, it's her shilling? Oh, no.
Probably.
Wait, you dropped something? You don't mean...
It was the pocket money that Hurley gave me.
Ah, what's this, Iris? You dropped that, did you?
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's so cute.
I went to the market on Lime Street yesterday to pick up some herbs, you see, Hurley. But on the way, I must have dropped it. The 1 shilling coin that you gave me.
Oh!
1 bob bit?
Oh, now they both feel terrible.
Yes, and when I thought back on the road I took, I realised I must have dropped it here. Constable, you haven't seen it, have you? It's all my pocket money, and now it's gone.
Oh! Well, I'm afraid I don't know anything about that young lady. What? Oops.
What rotten luck! Dropping your money like that. Sorry.
They're gonna still take it.
Wow.
I dare say the constable and his companion could give you a run for your money with their wide eyes. It's all the same to you, Mr. Sholmes. I think I'd prefer not to be used as a yardstick for, looking guilty.
They are taking money from a child.
I know.
Well, it's tough, really, innit, Iris? You dropped it, so it ain't yours no more, then.
Wow!
Anyway, you know what they say. What comes around goes around and all that. Don't feel bad about it.
Bad luck, Iris. It doesn't look like you're gonna get back your coin from any of these people.
Guinea, you're a horrible human being.
Oh my gosh, she's so sad.
Oh, I can't believe I lost it. And straight after Hurley gave it to me as well. Oh.
Yes, regrettably indeed, it seemed to recall that particular coin was rather significant. What do you mean by significant? Oh my gosh, they're gonna guilt them and give him the coin back.
It's neither of their coin. It's Iris's.
I know.
To be specific, it was especially significant to you, Reno.
Significant to me? It's just a coin. Ah! You don't mean it was the coin from last night's wager?
Oh.
The very same, my dear fellow.
What's this then? What wager? It was a game of poker. A duel between Hurley and Ryuno. A poker? What? A tricky game, you mean?
As a lawyer, I have the perfect poker face. You'll never be able to tell what I'm thinking, said he. But depriving Mr. Naruhodo of his entire fortune was even easier than finding that missing thoroughbred. Oh, it's so frustrating. Reliving it now still makes me grit my teeth. Sorry, Iris. I had every intention of paying you back the money I owe you, but you'll have to wait, I'm afraid.
Sons of Gaming says that. Well, here's a murder waiting to happen.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, next be fine.
So this takes place after Susie went back to Japan.
Let me guess, Odo. Your whole fortune?
It was 1 whole shilling, my entire monthly strip end, and I lost all of it. As I handed it over to Sholmes, I gritted my teeth so hard my gums started to bleed.
Wow.
Please, Reno, don't exaggerate. That's a horrible image. Ah, what about a lawyer who borrows money from a 10-year-old girl? Now that's a horrible image, isn't it, Raleigh?
Why do I feel like my reputation with this couple has just fallen through the floor again? There are few things more invigorating than taking a man for all he's worth.
Don't be so pleased with yourself, Holly. It's not as if Reno ever had a chance of winning with you.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Well, using that special ink I developed, anyone could...
Thank you, Iris, that will do. I'm sure this conversation is proving very dull for everyone.
Oh my gosh!
What's done is done. The game is over now. There's no point crying over spilt milk.
He's stole it.
Special ink, you say? Well said, sir. That sounds like some sort of risky business that's right up my alley.
Oh, Raleigh, I love your dauntless spirit. You laugh in the face of danger.
Come on then, Iris, spill it. What's this special ink about, eh?
Ah, well, it's what something is called invisible ink. All you have to do is write the suit and number on the reverse side of every card. And with the aid of some special glasses, the whole game is laid bare to you.
Wait, you were wearing glasses last night, weren't you, Mr. Sholmes? Oh! You said something along the lines of, my eyesight appears to have suddenly worsened. And the moment you failed to question that as odd was the moment I knew I had won the game. Haha.
Wow.
Mind games, was it? Trying to throw me off with your eccentric ways? Wow, Sholmes.
So, you're telling me that Sholmes can take every card what Odo had?
What? But that's not mind games, that's blatant cheating. My dear fellow, what an accusation. Would you honestly consider me a cheat? Please, I prefer trickster. Whatever you call it, the game doesn't count now. Understand, Mr. Sholmes? Give me my money back. Dear me, someone's a sore loser. Well, out of respect for the bad grace with which you take defeat, allow me to return your shilling. Did you hear that, Gina? Give it here!
Leave me out of this. This here one, Bob. Bit was mine from the start, no question.
No, sir, that one, Bob. It was lifted from Miss Pocket here, but a few minutes ago.
So you keep saying? Come on then, where's the evidence then? The law, right? Is that all about evidence? I know my stuff.
You see, Mr. Naruhodo, use a trite excuse in court and others will parrot it. Only whenever I do say it in court, isn't it a trite excuse, you know? I said that coin has got my blood, sweat, and tears all over it.
That's right. It has. Rolly's blood, sweat, and tears are like all the evidence. Blood, you say? In that case, it's time for this.
Yeah, I kind of missed her using that throughout the game.
Blood gun.
Oh, do you think?
Well, if there's any trace of blood on the coin, we'll soon know about it. All right, Guinea, hold very still.
What? Ah!
Oh my gosh. Look at that! See there on the coin? It's clearly changed color. In other words, there is blood on this coin. What? Once again I said, that would be my blood, sweat, and tear.
Oh, wait! I've seen blood turn that colour before. Yes, I know whose it is. I know whose coin it is.
What?
The rightful owner of this bloodstained shilling is... Ryuno!
What? Me? And from the appearance of blood, I would say it is quite fresh. Left with the last 24 hours. Within the last... Then in that case...
So, this is the coin what Sholmes had off Odo last night in the poker game.
Oh, Ryuno, do you mean you really did make your gums bleed?
I told you I was so infuriated to lose, I had to grit my teeth as I handed over my money.
Blimey! You're as hard up as me for the sound of it. But I thought you had a proper job, Ryuno.
Come on, Gina, just hand it over, would you? It's my entire month's savings. The shilling that's rightfully mine.
Fine. All right, then. Just stop your bleeding staring.
Is that how it ends? No. Okay, good. Aha! I finally have it back! It's like a dream come true.
I nearly had that one in the bag and all.
That's wonderful news, Ryuno. I'm so happy for you. Now then, as promised. I'd like my money back, please, then, Ryuno. The shilling that I lent you before.
Ah! She's extortionist.
You did say that you'd pay it back out of this month's pocket money, didn't you not?
Oh, yes. Well then, I suppose. Well, my dear fellow, do be kind to your gums. Oh, looks like that shilling was always destined to be taken from you, sire.
For some reason, the phrase serves you right. It's floating around in my head.
So, Iris, promised, here is the shilling I owe you.
Oh, you'll repay me already? Well, thank you. Next month would have been fine, I'm sure.
What's it all about anyway? What are you lending money for Odo for anyhow?
Oh, yes, well, actually it's because I went to the Lime Street Market yesterday to buy herbs. For Ryuno.
Herbs? For Odo?
Yes, the tea Miss Susie left behind is top quality tea from Japan, but it's just so bitter. So when Iris suggested mixing with some herbs to make it more palatable, I asked her to buy me some.
Yes, Ryunosuke's probably crying.
That's right. We made it.
Yes, Ryunosuke got it back, only to have to give it away.
Yep. Only have to give it away to the little girl. Yep.
That's right. We made a special Japanese herbal tea with a leftover gyokuro.
And you butchered that.
Gyokuro.
Still butchered it.
I'm going to call it Susie's Special Blend. I do hope you'll give it a try, since I took all your money to get it.
The excruciating bitterness clings to the throat if you can persuade the bright green glop to leave the cup. Why, it sounds quite delicious, actually.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, right.
I guess that's the end of that case. Yep. Oh, wait, nope. Never mind. Still going. Well, it would appear that the shilling's brief adventures are now at an end. Adventures? Yes, quite right. You must agree, my dear fellow, that the coin has made a considerable journey since last night. Let's see, originally it was the coin I was supposed to give to Iris to pay her for the herbs. But then in your pocket duel last night, I passed it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
Who gave it to Iris as spending money?
But then I dropped it here sometime yesterday. And then my beloved Raleigh found it a little while ago and picked it up.
Oh, before it was lifted from me pocket by this here diver.
Then I used my favourite gun to show up the blood that was on it. And let's slip about Sherm's little scam is in card game last night.
The annulment of which resulted in the coin returning to the ownership of Mr. Naruhodo, although very briefly. Allowing me to pay Iris the money I owed her after all. For the herbs she bought in order to make Susie's special blend of tea. Oh, he misses Susie.
And now, after all that, the coin is resting safely in my pocket.
Everyone
Okay.
said. Everyone wanted it.
Yeah, you're right. That was an adventure, I guess. But what are we supposed to take away from it, eh?
That this 1 shilling coin belongs to Iris and Iris alone, I think. I cannot fault your observation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, you know what they say. What goes around comes around.
Why do I get the feeling that Iris knew it was coming around to her from the very beginning? Oh, priceless, as they say. Well then, my dear fellows, how about this evening we indulge in some bitter tea and a bitter rematch? I'll even allow you to stake the coming month's spending money in advance, sir. I fold. Now it's over.
Yeah, don't stake your coming money in advance.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't
Naruhodo.
gamble anymore. You're gonna lose all your money.
I know, right? It's crazy. Alright, so that was on Briar Road. Alright, the last one before Phoenix Wright appears. Episode 8 in the Bailey. Amber, if you could.
The escapade takes place in the Old Bailey courtroom, where the defendant is none other than Sholmes himself, and the charge is a most mysterious murder. Ryunosuke naturally advocates for the defense against the unflappable Reaper, Lord Van Zeeks, but Sholmes' testimony calls the true culprit calls the true culprit of the crime into question.
Wait, Sholmes killed somebody?
Sholmes' testimony calls the true culprit of the crime into question. No,
Oh.
it doesn't look like he killed anyone.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were gonna do Phoenix Wright, yo.
Well, yeah, this is the last of the escapades.
Okay.
Here we go. The last of the escapades. Date unknown. The Old Bailey courtroom. Here we go. No, it looks like he's the Wait, what's his name still alive? Oh, this happened when Susie was gone. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
What?
This is a most extraordinary case of murder. Counsels, I assume you may proceed. Yes, my lord. The defense is ready. At your discretion, my lord. The prosecution is ready. Very well, I'll hereby call on the prosecution to introduce this case. Alright. The incident in question took place 2 days ago, late into the night, when the ground was blanketed with snow. The location of the incident was the residence of the accused, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Indeed, the now famous address of number 22B Baker Street, was it? Yes, the address have enjoyed fame once, my lord, but will henceforth endure infamy for this grim crime. Yes, sir, well put there. The victim, a certain Madame Rosie, was found asphyxiated on the accused sofa. My word!
Objection.
But it's unclear as to whether the victim was actually killed in the defendant's suite or not. After all, when Mr. Sholmes left the room for only a brief moment, Madame Rose somehow vanished herself out of his room completely. Is it Rose or Rosie?
I don't know, I'd say Rosie.
Okay, Rosie works. Vanished herself, Consul, the victim? Quite true, my lord. There is but one adorning door between my drawing room and the kitchen. Yet having brewed some tea in the kitchen, I returned to find the room completely empty.
There was nobody else present, you say?
Ordinarily, my dear fellow, and lodger Iris would have been at home. However, on the day in question, she had been invited to a meeting of scientific society in the city.
I'm afraid you have a prosperity of exaggeration, sir. You claim the victim vanished herself, but really, it seemed to be entirely plausible that she chose to leave via the main entrance to your suite. Oh, as it happens, my lord, the door to the accused room was locked at the time, from the inside.
Very true, Inspector. As such, I can say with considerable certainty that the victim did not leave via my front door. But, how about, aha! Yes! She could have snuck out through the window.
Objection!
That's absurd! The windowless room were not locked, it's true. The windows in the room were not locked, it's true, and the victim had the opportunity, However, there was snow all around the building outside. Not a patch of it has been disturbed. Yes. Would my learned friend care to explain how the victim could have left without leaving a trail? So the victim, Madame Rose, somehow vanished from the scene before she was killed. Naturally, I was alarmed by the sudden disappearance of my guest. So I summoned this gentleman who resides in the attic above my room, and we took a cab to Scotland Yard. I can confirm that the defendant called for me, and I saw his suite on my way downstairs. And yes, I'm quite sure it was empty, just as Mr. Sholmes has said. When we reached the yard, this very detective happened to be there.
Well, yes, you see, I was just in my office for a while, having gotten back from some important business.
Wow.
Reaper business, probably. And then, having explained the situation to the inspector, we traveled back to Baker Street together. And that time, there were no footprints in the snow around the building other than the ones we'd made.
Do I take it then, Consul, that you personally witnessed the scene while the incident took place?
No, my lord, I went straight up to my bed in my own room in the attic.
Inspector Gregson, however, was met with a most blood-curdling sight. On Mr. Sholmes' sofa, the vanished Madame Rose, motionless. So the victim was already dead when you discovered her, Inspector? No, my lord, not dead, but not far off of it. She mustered all her remaining strength to say these... She mustered all her dying strength to say these dying words. That rotter, Sholmes, will be the death of me.
Ah, yes, I overheard that remark at the time, too, delivered in a raspy voice full of malice.
No! Those words indeed proved to be her last. The victim expired moments later, there on the sofa. The cause of death was identified as damage to the respiratory tract as a result of strangulation. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Pray, does the accused dare to contest the inspector's account?
Certainly not. In fact, the inspector has done an unusually fine job of summarizing the salient points.
Mr. Sholmes will be the death of me. Damning words, departing indeed. In her final moments, the victim named her killer. You, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Objection!
Objection!
But the defendant had no reason to take the victim's life.
That's right.
Perhaps you could tell the court, Mr. Sholmes, who exactly this Madame Rose was? Ah, yes, of course. Did I never mention her to you? I extended an invitation to her that evening, though she,
Loquacious.
loquacious in the extreme. The most trivial of matters became a quarrel. I was only too pleased to leave her presence to make tea.
Great.
Great, now he says they were fighting. Oh my gosh.
It would appear then that the accused did in fact have the motive of silencing his rather heuristic guest permanently.
Objection!
Wow.
Putting the tenuous motive aside, what about the other mysteries surrounding the case?
I'm inclined to agree with the defense. There remain a number of unscrutable details. Victim's alleged disappearance and subsequent reappearance leaving no trail of footprints, for example.
That's right. The crime doesn't be described. Yeah. That's right. The crime described by the prosecution could never have happened.
Yet the victim named the accused in her dying breath. It seems to me that my learned friend has overlooked a significant detail here.
Nonsense! What have I overlooked?
The man in the dock, the so-called great detective, all too frequently makes the following bold claim. There is no crime beyond the realms of possibility, no mysteries beyond my powers of reasoning.
Oh!
Yes.
Wow.
So, Mr. Sholmes, you will now... you will know... Bleh! So, Mr. Sholmes, you will have no difficulty explaining how the crime was thus described could have taken place. Therefore, I propose a toast to the great detective upholding his name.
Amber, you're gonna short out the computer, honey. The
Sorry.
power brick is right there by your feet as you're like,
I'm sorry!
But of course, were I to put my mind to the matter, the crime would be immediately appear to all present to be entirely feasible. Please, Mr. Sholmes, whose side are you on anyway? All I need you to say is no. I can't even think of a way that the crime like that could have been committed in my house.
Yes!
Let the accused admission be noted by the court, because he's a doofus. Though the crime may appear impossible to us mortals, of inferior mental capacity, this man alone claims to know exactly how it was done.
Hold it!
Now hold on, that's very fragile. Whoopsies.
Thank you, consuls. I believe I've heard more than enough to proceed with my injunction. The accused great detective did in some inscrutable manner willfully martyr the victim, Madame Rosa. I therefore find the defendant guilty.
Oh, what?
Let this man be taken from this courtroom and in some inscrutable manner be sanctioned for his crimes. Court is adjourned.
Who's Madame Rosie?
Wait, what just happened?
Who's Madame Rosie? Hold it!
My lord, please. The truth about the mysteries surrounding this case are known to another besides the great detective.
What is this?
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you are coming along wonderfully. You've deduced a fundamental truth about this case, I believe.
Which would be, detective?
That the truth to the case is known only to the true culprit, obviously. Is that not so, Gregson?
What? Well, I suppose, yes.
You don't mean, are you suggesting, Mr. Sholmes, that you have an idea as to what actually happened that night? An idea, my dear fellow? I could explain the entire incident from start to finish with not a single detail omitted.
Why didn't you do that before?
It seems the detective has failed to grasp the situation.
Pray, Mr. Reaper, which of us has truly failed to grasp the situation, I wonder?
Sholmes is fun, Cassie.
Let the answer me this. You claim that prior to the incident, the victim suddenly vanished without a trace from your room. If so, how exactly did Madame Rosa disappear?
Why, naturally, via the window. It was ajar after all. But that can't be. The room is a whole story above street level, and anyway, there are no prints found in the snow. Therefore, there are a number of ways you can avoid leaving tracks in the snow, surely. Such as flying, for instance. Okay, honey,
What?
why
Flying?
don't you sit on the couch the way I told you to?
What? Wait, what are you talking about?
Yep, cross-legged
Wow,
like that.
you're so... No.
All the moving around is very distracting while I'm trying to read. Such as flying, for instance. Is... what?
Fatuous notion? A fatuous notion? Fatuous,
Fatuous? As fatuous a notion!
I think.
And to where do you propose the victim flew, Mr. Sholmes? Is it not entirely plain to the culprit's abode, of course? For having left my suite, that is clearly where Madame Rose was murdered. Take a moment to consider the cruel irony, if you will. By her own volition, she flew directly to her death.
Objection!
You forget, Detective, the victim's corpse was discovered on your sofa. No doubt because her killer carried her back there. But what about the lack of footprints in the snow then? There just wasn't any. Other than your own, when we returned home ourselves.
You're moving your leg too!
I'm not moving back and forth, I'm just going up and down. There's a difference. I'm not being distracting.
I can feel the whole couch moving.
Objection! If by your footprints you refer to own... If by our footprints you refer to your own and mine, you are quite right. But there were others. There were those of another. On the night in question, there was one other person who could have conveyed the victim to my sofa. What?
Good gracious, to whom do you refer, sir?
A man whose somewhat unavailing presence at the scene of the crime would be questioned by no one. Unavailing? You don't mean? Indeed I do. A man who would hasten to scene directly upon learning of the incident at Scotland Yard, namely... you, Inspector Gregson. What?
Oh, wow.
When you arrived at my address on Baker Street, you were carrying the half-dead Madame Rosa with you. You waited for a suitable opportunity and then laid the victim on my sofa.
He did? What?
Oh, wow.
What, is this an Elseworld story?
Yeah.
But, we were with the inspector when we arrived. How could he possibly have carried the victim? We would have noticed. My dear fellow, the most obvious answer presents itself, does it not? The inspector is rarely, if ever, without his overcoat. The victim was simply conveyed in one of its many pockets.
What are you talking about?
It's a bird, I think. I think that's what people in chat, some people said. I think Madam is a little bird.
I fail to see what makes this detective great, but all I can say is one thing without great certainty. A human body cannot fit into the pocket of an overcoat.
I think it's a little bird.
I believe you all may have fallen foul of rather a significant misrepresentation.
What?
Madame Rose was not a human.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? Something troubles you, perhaps?
Whatever gives you that idea? Exactly what sort of creature was Madame Rosie?
Ah, well, is it not apparent already?
She can fly, she can fit in a pocket.
A parakeet, of course. What? Yes, a most self-conceited specimen, in fact.
A parakeet?
She was an inconsistent talker, I must say. Her manner was quite intolerable at times. Wont to turn every conversation to a quarrel. I thought to strangle the creature on more than one occasion.
You had a quarrel with a parakeet?
He was fighting with a bird.
But of course, why else would she have chosen to fly from my window so unaccordingly that evening? To the abode of Inspector Gregson here, no less.
To Inspector Gregson's abode? But why?
Because that was the parakeet's home, naturally.
What are you...
The inspector was called away from town for some days, so it was arranged that I would look after the bird. But it would appear that she was overcome with a sudden yearning for her keeper, thus prompting her flight from my comfortable suite to the inspector's house at Scotland Yard. Office. Well, Gregson, believe it's high time you explained. Give us your account of what happened that night, sparing no details, of course. Inspector Gregson?
It was an accident. What? I got back from being away that evening, you see, and I just walked through the door of my office. I never imagined Madame Rose would be on her way back to the yard as well.
Oh, he slammed the window shut.
I slammed the door shut behind me just as she was trying to fly through.
Oh no.
So, Madame Rose...
She smacked into the door.
She got a sandwich between the door and the frame and fell to the floor, never to move again, because of me. That is terrible.
And then he tried to frame Sholmes.
Well, I never. I had to do something, and then I was just trying to think of a plan. You fellows arrived talking about some incident at Baker Street.
Ah,
I had to hide Madame Rose in a hurry, so I stuffed her in my pocket and got in the cab with the pair of you.
oh.
Ugh, he had a dead bird in his pocket.
Ugh.
Why did he do that way?
What could possibly have motivated you to behave in such a manner, Inspector?
You put your dead bird in your pocket.
What in the world?
And drove around.
Lord Strongheart, sir.
What? Lord Strongheart? Please tell me I didn't hear that right.
Right. It was the Lord Chief Justice who asked me to look after the bird in the first place.
Oh no!
She's been living with the pigeons at the Supreme Court until then.
Oh no, it was his bird.
But apparently the other birds had started to pick on her.
Aww.
So the past 6 months or so, I'd been caring for her in the office at the yard. I see. If anything happened to that bird, just imagine. No pay and no time off for the rest of my career. You mark my words, that's what would have happened. That's why the victim's dying words, Inspector. The court heard earlier that Madame Rosa spoke the name of her assailant on her deathbed. The traitor, Sholmes, will be the death of me.
Indeed she did, quite uncalled for, wouldn't you agree? But those words are your true feelings, are they not, Inspector?
Oh. He always says Sholmes will be the death of me.
Clearly you speak of me often at your office at the yard in this disparaging manner.
Oh no.
A manner that the merry parakeet took much delight in mimicking.
Well, come on, I mean, have you read this month's edition of Rance magazine? I'm... sorry! This is all absolutely true!
Oh wow, so he's always saying, Sholmes will be the death of me, and then the parrot's like, Sholmes will be the death of me, alright?
Oh my gosh.
Well, Van Zeeks.
Something wrong, Lord Van Zeeks? Yes, no, nothing. I almost drifted off for a moment there. It's hard not to drift off when you've been keeping waiting 3 hours already.
He was having a dream? I wonder if we'll manage to meet with Stronghall at all today. We may have to deliver the report on the Windebank case that he asked for another day. Tell me, Inspector, what became of that bird?
Madame Rosa, you mean? She had a narrow escape, but she's still alive. I delivered her back here not long ago, actually, on Lord Strongheart's orders.
I thought she died.
He's hoping that the pigeons will accept her now.
It was something of a shock to hear that she had been crushed in the doorway of your office. Especially we were all under the impression that Madame Rose was a person.
Sorry about that. It was Lord Strongheart's demand that,
good, you're here. Oh no. I apologize for my tardiness. I'm exactly 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 57 seconds late.
Oh, my lord! No, please don't trouble yourself! Nothing, gives us greater pleasure than standing here doing nothing for hours on end.
You're right.
Speak for yourself! Heartening. So, let's hear it then. Your report.
Oh, look at his birds.
The Winterbank trials concluded, but this is far from over. It seems that dark Far Eastern lawyer and I have some shared destiny. We will meet again. Of that I have no doubt.
Did you see that, Lord Van Zeeks? Did you? Madame Rose went flying off among the pigeons there. Happy as a Larry she was. Haha.
Really, Inspector, you must be relieved. Oh, that was nice to see Gregson again. Yay!
Madame Rosie the bird and Gregson hype.
Alright guys, it's time for Phoenix Wright. Yay! That's all of the escapades. Now, it's time for moving pictures. Now I think these are voice acted. Let's start with the Great Special Trial. And then we'll move on to the Special Trial of 2017, which will conclude this stream. So here we go.
Let's go for it.
The visuals in this video may differ from that in the actual game.
Okay.
Capcom!
Yeah.
Great Britain, end of 19th century, the Old Bailey courtroom.
Hey. Oh wow. Utterly correct.
何をなさっているのですか、なるほど様。
ああ、スサトさん。見ての通り、ちょっと張り切っているの
There's
で
the
す。
rabbit. The Shones rabbit.
Oh, so cute.
来年
Oh,
発売
cute
予定
baby.
の大逆転裁判で奇跡の出会いが待っているのですが、その人物と今日この大法廷で一足早く会えるらしいのです。日本男児としてやり手なところを見せておきたいじゃないですか。
Oh, Susato, so cute.
でもなんだかちょっと怖いですね。夜の大法廷は。
先ほど見物したロンドン島恐怖展もそれは恐ろしゅうございましたから。
佐藤さん、ロンドン中の催し物を調べ上げていますよね。
明日見て回る恐怖展の予定もかっちり組み上げてありましたもん。
別に恐怖限定でなくてもいいと思うけど。
So kawaii.
ところで、さっきから何か聞こえませんか？
そういえば、この大法廷、幽霊が出るという噂がございます。
やめてください。ロンドン島恐怖展の直後でやや敏感になっていますから。
So cute. Oh my gosh, it's Shomes.
なるほど。どうやらすべて見えたようだ。
Oh wow, Shomes sounds so different in Japanese.
君の正体はズバリ殺害されたイタリア人のコック長だ。自分が死んだことにも気がつかず大法廷をさまよっているとはね。
Mm.
死んだなら死んだらしくその辺に転がっているがいい。死人め。
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
まさかあなたはあの世界的な名探偵シャーロック・ホームズ様。
Oh wow, introduction of Shomes.
おや、僕のことをご存知
Oh, you've heard of me.
もちろんでございます。ご活躍。
Oh, Susato's such a fan.
シャーロック・ホームズの冒険、船便でお取り
But Ryunosuke is dead.
処方さ。ほんの初歩的な推理だよ、ワトソン君。
本に書いてあった通りです。
Oh my gosh, poor Ryunosuke.
ありえないことを消去すれば後に残るのは真実だけなのだよ。
それも本に書いてありました。
でもさっきのべらぼうな言いがかりは何なんだ？
名推理と言いがかりは紙一重の運次第なのだよ。
それは本に書いてありませんでした。
どういうことですか？殺されたイタリア人のコック長って。
実にいい質問だ、コック長君。では始めるとしよう。シャーロック・ホームズの推理を。僕はね、つい先ほど電報で事件の通報を受けてここへ来たのだ。大法廷にてイタリア人コック殺害さる。
大法廷。
イタリア人。
そう、僕の完璧な読みに間違いなどありえないのさ。
Oh my gosh.
異国の技物、刃物といえばもうコック長に間違いない。
Yeah.
キラリと光る五つ星は生前の腕前を物語っている。
Ryunosuke died at part of this trial, but he's alive
地
suddenly.
球規模で見れば気にはならない。
Shome's like, yes, he has a knife in his bag.
Oh my gosh, what?
He's just standing there with a knife in his bag. This is the first introduction of Shomes, and like Susato already was like freaking out, being like, "Oh my gosh, you're the famous inspector!" While Ryunosuke was sitting there like slumped over with a knife in his bag. She was like cheesing out.
幽霊が出るという噂らしいよ。
Thank you for the ASMR drinking your juice.
今の名推理、どこから見てもさっきの電報の後付けじゃないですか。
だって背中に深々と刺さっているそのナイフを見れば明らかだろ。
あ、これおもちゃです。
ロンドン島恐怖店の売店
Oh my gosh!
Creepy. dot dot dot.
まさかとは思うが、今さら死んでないなんて言い出すつもりじゃないだろうね。
死んでません。
I am alive.
しかしイタリア人の死んだコック長でないとしたら、君は一体何者なのだ。
はい。僕は弁護士のNaruhodou Ryuunosukeです。
Oh my gosh.
大日本帝
This
国
is how they introduced the game in
学ぶため
Japan.
この大英
Like a
帝
special
国に
event.
留学してき
Oh
ました。
wow.
私は御言葉スサトと申します。
So
なるほど様をお
cute.
助けするホーム女子
My
でございま
gosh,
す。
Susato's
というのは
voice in
世を忍ぶ
Japanese sounds
仮
so
の
cute.
姿。
You know how regular Ace Attorney Trilogy got like an anime? Wouldn't that be cool if they gave an anime of like the Great Ace Attorney?
Mhm.
ホームズ様、よろしければその電報見せていただけますか。
これはこの電報、明らかに矛盾している。
え？
よく見てください。大法廷ではなく大法廷です。
大法廷。
あ、そういえば裁判所の近くに大法廷というイタリア料理店があるそうです。陸軍に伝わる恐怖の大砲で焼いたピッツァが名物なのだとか。
なんだって。
Is that the wrong address?
あなたは電報の事件現場を完璧に読み間違えたのです。
大英帝国の電報なのに日本語のネタってどうなんだ。
それでは今回はこの辺で。
Yep, their
ゲーム
costumes.
でお会いしましょう。
次回もそれは見事な名推理を披露させてもらおうかな。
僕だって大法廷に立って怪事件を見事料理してやります。
ではコック長君、うまいカルパッチョを所望するよ。
だから僕はイタリア人でもコック長でもありませんから。
It's funny.
Here we go. Alright, so now,
Special 2017.
here we go. Phoenix Wright.
Meet Ryunosuke Naruhodo! Maya and Phoenix meet Naruhodo and Susato.
September 27th, or 2017.
これより逆転裁判15年を振り返る特別
Yep,
法
it's in
廷を
Japanese
改
again.
定します。弁護
Well,
側、
that guy does
検
not
察
sound
の
like
後も
Santa.
準備はよろしいですかな。
準備以前にどこですかここは。
大審院、大日本帝国の法廷です。いわゆる明治時代の。
いわゆる明治時代。
それって
Maya!
5000
Maybe we'll meet some of our ancestors!
もっと驚こうよ迷いちゃん。
どうやら時空がねじれたようです。
Some kind of time warp has happened. It would seem that some kind of time warp has happened. Oh my gosh.
なんというか、僕弁護士なのですけど。
今日はいろいろな都合でそちらに
You
立っ
can
ていた
stand
だ
for
き
the
ます。
prosecution today.
何やら大人の都合のほのかな香りがいたしますね。
失礼ですけど、ケンジさん、あなたはどなたですか？妙に親近感があるような。
確かに僕も同じことを考えていました。
Oh wow, look at how much more detailed the older Great Ace Attorney costumes and characters are than Ace Attorney.
お互い自己紹介
Ace
を
Attorney is
願
more
いましょうか。
simplified.
It was
僕
her.
は
Hmm.
弁護士のなるほど龍之介であります。
なるほど。お兄様では
Because of both spikiness.
ギザギザが多いです
Has
か
the
ら。
same spikiness.
生き別れの兄にはあいにく覚えがありません。
聞いたことがあるぞ。僕の先祖に龍之介という名前の弁護士がいるって。
Hmm.
じゃあおじいさんは
僕のご先祖様？
Hmm.
今さりげなくおじいさん呼ばわりでございましたね。
なんだか妙に老け込んだ気分です。
やっぱりそういうことだったんだ。お隣のあなたは
Wait, what?
私のご先祖様
No,
なん
that's
ですね。
not how it's supposed to be.
おしとやかで凛としてて
No, she's not. She
ま
marries
さに
Naruhodo.
理想のご先祖様。子孫の綾里迷いです。私は法務助手の御言葉すさとでございますが。
完全に赤の他人だったね。
なんだろう、この強烈ながっかり感。なんだか申し訳ございません。せっかくですからこの際綾里家の先祖になってください。綾里すさと、確かに語呂は良いかと存じますが。
人類史上かつてない不条理なお願いをされましたね、スサトさん。
語呂はいいのにな。
Mm.
Poor Maya.
Yeah, Susato is more dignified.
逆転裁判15周年の1年間を振り返るものとし
15th
ます。
anniversary of Ace Attorney was in 2017.
15周年ですか？
Maya is weird, but Susato is like very
2001年
dignified.
初代逆転裁判。
2001?
それを記念してこの1年いろいろやってきましたね。
そうそう。今年の1月にはでっかいイベン
So
トをやった
cute,
んです。
Maya.
15周年特別法廷。あれは
I
楽しかっ
kind
た
of
よ
want
ね。
to see There's a Ace Attorney Japanese drama that's like a live action show. I think it's still going on in Japan.
一言よろしいでしょうか。
何ですか？
時の重さをかみしめる記念であるのならば、まずなるほど様の生誕100年以上こそ祝うべきではございませんか。
100年以上？
やめましょう、スサトさん。時が重すぎて床が抜けます。
Hmm.
いやはやまさに人生の先輩。
Look at how the court bows down before your ancient wisdom.
拝まれてしまい
They're
ましたね。
worshipping you.
気軽に明治を振り回すのは控えた方が良さそうです。
それに去年は舞台をやったり、ついにテレビアニメにもなったりね。いやー、私たちも毎週お楽しみだったよね。
待った！
テレビ？
アニメ？
一体何のことか。一から説明してもらおうじゃありませんか。
Stop half explaining
100
things.
年の壁は分厚いみたいだな。やっぱり。
あと今年はあれもありましたね。オーケストラコンサート。なんと9年ぶりだったそうです。
9年分の感動があったよね。 私泣いちゃったもん。
待った。
オーケストラ。
コンサート。
They don't know what those things are.
ああ、交響楽団の演奏会ですか。それなら先祖でもわかりますね。
ベートーベン様、モーツァルト様、バッハ様。ああ、素敵でございます。
全く読めないけど納得してくれたみたいだ。
この頃の何でも漢字で書いちまえって風潮、何だったんだろうね。
確かにね。シェイクスピアがサオーだっけ。
じゃあなるほどくんはさしずめなるおだね。
沖縄はやめようか。こっちも老け込んだ気分になるよ。
Aw.
そして
You could have that O with your name. Nico.
8月3日のことでした
Of
ね。
Nick.
大日本帝国国民待望の大逆転
See, that's the announcement of the second game.
発売。
ありがとうございます。
いやー、僕たちもしっかり遊ばせてもらいましたよ。
私だってすっかり感動しちゃったもん。
あ、そうだね。何しろすべての謎が今解き明かされましたからね。あれ、どうかしましたか。
その一言がこの数年強烈な重圧だったもので。
ご先祖様の方にもいろいろあったのでございます。
何しろすべてはご先祖から始まったわけです。いやはや、ありがたやありがたや。
意義あり。お言葉ですが、裁判長のただいまの発言は完全に矛盾しています。
なんですと。どういうことですか。
実はさっきからずっと気になっていたんですけど、ご先祖様ある種やけに滑らかに動いてますよね。
あれ、そうかな。
ほら、それです。
確かになるほどくん、机を叩くのにパカパカと絵が
Oh, they're talking about the animation
ちな
differences.
みに意義ありはどんな感じですか。
意義あり。意義あり。さすがにそれは嘘でしょう。
とにかくこのパカパカっぷり、僕としてはこっちこそが先祖であり元祖の気分です。
反論できない。
つまりお互いが先祖であり、そして元祖であると。それは時空がねじれるのも無理はございませんね。
それではそろそろ閉廷の時間です。
Aww.
それで僕たちどうやって帰ればいいのですか。21世紀に。
明治の街をブラブラして時間を潰すというのはいかがでしょう。
大帝と東京は華やかですから100年なんて。
Sure, 100 years will pass just like that.
Oh my gosh.
どうやら何としてもあの一言を僕に言わせる流れみたいですね。
おお、先祖と元祖
Objection.
夢の共演だね。それでは逆転裁判のさらなる発展を祈って皆様もご一緒に。せーの。
迷っちゃ止めて。時代は回る。きっとそういうことですね。
それではまたどこかでお会いいたしましょう。
Man, Capcom goes all out for their like
Yep.
presentations.
It's really high quality.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they changed the audience. The bunny's gone.
Oh, no bunny.
No bunny. All right, that's it, guys. This is
Alright, guys, and we'll do more tomorrow.
no, that's it. Ace Attorney's all
never
done.
mind, guys. We won't do more tomorrow. It's all done, and tomorrow you guys can come back. We'll be doing something else at 4:30.
Tomorrow is a brand new game. Well, I mean, it's not a brand new game, but tomorrow is going to be Lego Batman.
Yay, Lego
The
Batman.
original on PS3. We've never done the PS3 version, so the visuals will look a lot better. And we'll be playing it together. So the last time that we played Lego Batman was 12 years ago? Something like that?
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah. How about Baby Von Zeeks? I don't really know what Baby Von Zeeks is.
Iris.
Yeah, Iris. But,
guys, thanks again for watching, and let us know in the comments what you thought about Ace Attorney of the Great Chronicles, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Yep. So at around 7:30 will be the finale of Sonic Generations, which we'll be doing for you guys, and then at 9 o'clock will be a little bit of a playthrough of more of the Marvel game. Tonight I'm going to be doing some squad rank with Captain America from the Avengers Endgame, Steve Rogers. So he's going to be rocking the thumbnail. And then at 11 o'clock, I'll be doing Ghostbusters. So if you want to come back for that. For an ultimate stream, yep. Alright, till then, people, thanks so much. And see you on Sonic Generations in about,
1 hour.
Almost 1 hour, yeah.
Alright, God bless, happy gaming. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.
See ya.